you're like.
Today we're going to present to you our house the dream. Our names are Maria
Jose Ramirez
and Maria Cuartas.
are from the Columbus School.
The very question for our project is how we make the most sustainable and useful outcome.
The greenhouse begins. So at first, at 2013, the idea was a STEM project. A couple decided that begun. Later, the STEM fair, all these projects were to staff members, parents. Chose one. By 2000, the project was taken to a gym conference in Domingo, where this idea was later in 2015 built. Okay, so the academy. So as Alonso was saying, the greenhouse, like it was an agricultural, you didn't know it because it was like, and it just came from an approach. So at the beginning, it was just used for like, so we had various classes, influential teachers, and assignment in the greenhouse, and we had a studies teacher called Brano assignment that we had to plant some and like to solve global issues and like that in the beginning of the greenhouse.
So here you can see a picture of some of the using the greenhouse at the beginning and on their plants to see how they were doing. So as Daniel was mentioning, the studies teacher called Brano made a had to first research about what would be in good conditions to plant these global issues, which were poverty, climate, education, and biodiversity loss. Researched some plants, we showed them to read feedback, and then we presented and we told them what our project was, what reasons we wanted to. They also gave us feedback and told us yeah, or if they thought we could improve on something. We actually bought little plants and planted them, and we went there to check on how they were doing, and the students were encouraged in their recess or during their breaks to also go and check to see that they were doing good. And in the end, we presented at the end again to see how the plants, if they had grown successfully, and what the next years we did.
House misuse. So what it was for. Nobody used it. Like at desert, the teachers stopped using it and anymore. So that was a really big problem. This building used.
So then the greenhouse finally people started going there. Were food, which means back to the greenhouse because as the new school year started, there were new classes who were implemented and new teachers who decided to do new programs, went there and replanted for a while.
Okay, so the greenhouse. So after all the crops have, they are they are expected and school sales those crops to staff and students, and so it's like a very good way to and a green income, and all the money that is reinvested in more greenhouse, and also so before this greenhouse it became true thanks to a step. So the rest of the money, so when more new ideas are approved, it can be invested in new ideas, like more, and that is like a very good income and outcome for the groups.
So this is a table with our greenhouse and for each plant because we decided to sell more studies. So here are the studies successful. We have done this twice. We are planning to do it again at more. So what next? Right now, what we're going to plant again because we recently sold, and we want for students to know more about it. That's why we brought it into the Gene conference, and that's to us to again further. And I don't know about this, but in Gene we talk about some which are levels in which the project, according to how much they have been, how much they have accomplished. First step, it says they are making a difference. One is making a difference, but not too many people know. No one is involved. The second step, difference, which means only one person, but no one knows yet it has. The third one is weird, which means there's a small group of people, maybe, but the school hasn't found out about it yet. The outside who are participating, and we are all working together to make a big difference, which means the whole. There are a lot of people involved. There are all of the projects from our school. Was on the third one, second or third. I haven't told a lot of people about it yet because although it has been classes, people don't go there usually. Look at it and pass by, but they don't work plans yet. So our goal is to make it go up the stairs even higher. The whole staff and the whole community want to create a network in which everyone in the greenhouse and they don't just take all their plants and we're looking at the results, but everyone I want to plant the seed and I want to make it. The greenhouse today is managed by 3 people along with some groups of students in high school. These students work regularly, planting crops, harvesting. We also decided to do a survey to see what people in house to see like engagement we were, as Mario was saying before, and how we could improve this. So the first people from our school, we had 500, and they responded what about the greenhouse and if they thought it was. We are really grateful to see that almost people think it is important because they really is, and we want to improve upon that. I think it was important because we think that maybe, but with all these people who really know about it, friends and their families, and we can get these 20 to actually say that it is important to a survey again and have more people answer. So we already have a lot of people, which is a great accomplishment. Okay, the second question, any changes in my for the greenhouse? Like 76%. They didn't have any changes, but 23% of the people did. Like we looked through the answers because to make a small, and many of them were saying that greenhouse is bigger because they thought it would not make an impact because the greenhouse is small. So that's something we're keeping in mind in the future. Maybe add another segment of the greenhouse.
Okay, so our third question was if you and would you participate in, and most of the people said yes, which is incredible because like which before was unknown and nobody went there. 74% out of 100 people, that's very good. 25% said no. How many of these people they participate, but like they really much so. But really, what we want to is that the 100% of the people want and they do. So we have a much better.
Okay, so another question was, would you buy products from them? So 64% said no. Oh, sorry, 64% said 16 18 years. So the problem is people say maybe because they don't really know to go to or they can't like reach them. Problem it's not that people don't want help. It's just um about your time like things what the greenhouse is for and like how you can tell.
With this survey, we realized that many people in the school did our greenhouse was for. Doing some little tweaks and like to help them, the greenhouse was being used to participate and buy some of the crops if they were. Okay, so first to re-educate like the people. So we started by doing some like right now we're thinking of doing like a sign in now so people can just look at it and but speaking about the tour we just bring in some teachers and we tell them who's working on the that's being used for the used to fund STEM project or plants so that the greenhouse is sustainable and we're doing these. For example, we have a day at school called PANAGIN. We invited parents to come to our school and celebrate the 70 years. So there were a lot of activities and music. This day, we also invited students to come to the greenhouse and we saw. So here you can see some pictures of the group selling the props, our parents, because it is also really important for the greenhouse to see the accomplishments that have is the beginning of the greenhouse. Okay. The greenhouse, we have learned how to make projects, also how we can improve this particular. And we came up with a series of like we had of this. So now, if you want to affect the community, you need to involve the community. Think that the community will want the project or that they will care project if they don't know about it. To like for them to. Okay, the second one is empathy. I think that empathy is just like putting yourself in shoes and feeling what they feel. And just that because we want to help failure if it is failing and if it is succeeding and we want to include the whole community. We want for them to what it is, we want to know what they want to really enjoy it, to go to then we can use empathy in the greenhouse surveys to the people from schools to make interviews on the greenhouse and the people who want to work on it and to make observations on who goes to they go to the greenhouse and who would like to who hasn't had the chance or the people in the greenhouse and we can make we can have.
Okay, so also educational tools, course or signs, would help fix our like a problem, which is like miscommunication, because with this encourage new students who greenhouse like who have just or like actually gone into it and like try to interact. It will encourage more students and to go in that place and to actually and that would help like the greenhouse much better. And yeah, it can help like those things like tours and the signs can help us fix and solve our problems.
Parent is make it apply life. Like when you make mistakes and fail in something, they are not always gonna succeed resilient in these situations. As you can see in the greenhouse timeline, it like was approved, but then nobody used it. So we had to recover mistakes to make up again.
Okay. So like first of all, our activity. So I want to ask you if like you have any questions or about the greenhouse in general or about anything. No. Okay.
Um, greenhouse close to the campus, really like,
Yes. Yeah, like
is it far?
in the school, it's divided like by grade level, so middle and high school. And between middle and high school, there's like a hallway. So next to the hallway. So students have every single day. So those don't usually walk by it. So that's also why we want for others invite other students from grades who can't walk by to come because maybe they because they haven't seen it yet. So like that.
Can anyone enter to the so like right now
The greenhouse and like we're, if they want to is that people don't do it yet. So we're trying about so that's why we're trying to um
Are you worried that maybe the fans, if we like maybe walk inside to mess?
like a classroom in here that taught them how to like and everything and I think that we can trust that any issues regarding like the plants we go through like have them being accompanied by other person, other people has to be. It's part of the project to also teach them how to plant the seeds and to already know how to do it. Like some of the class, but we don't expect for them to already know how to plant the seeds and how the so we could also teach them how to the greenhouse so that they can have some preparation.
And well, greenhouse usually the first that comes to mind is, and I somewhere that greenhouse rains, and sometimes so what make sure that this is an environmentally safe, so to speak.
So in the green, not using any pesticides, everything is organic and like when yeah, so like we're not using pesticides, we're not using like actually harm them. We're really just using the plants and the soil. So
And there is livestock like cows who produce lots of green. So there is no way like this happens. No livestock inside the green. They plant.
There's hard to touch your greenhouse, right?
yes.
And having you probably have like plates in this, right? Maybe you can like add a mixed section to your place where people can sit down and study. Like in the beginning of quiet place, they can go in the greenhouse and the plants get constantly. And if they're constantly there or you see it as a place to study, you start taking care of the plants as well. Just like a constant part of seeing them, not just
Thank you very much. That's a really good idea.
So you guys are working like in class, are you guys the only ones thinking about greenhouse projects?
Actually, like there's some students like in 10th grade that are also having the work the plants, but in some teachers such as like us anatomy and like sometimes like anatomy too, so we're working up that out. So yes, we curriculum right now too because we used to do that before the teachers left, so we're trying to
And how much of how many hours a week each of you spend?
so like I personally spend like in lunch I go and water some of the plants with the help of from middle school and 5 others do that like in class and Tuesday like we usually go like for some types of things to like take out like weeds and things that are
Like one of the main problems is that house it's an extracurriculum activity. So many people 2 hours later in school work in the greenhouse. A goal to involve it more with class can relate with this green.
Yeah. Now we have like three teachers who are helping us like some classes they take and they help us like they can see the greenhouse and we do like the tour and like that is and also like encouraging them. So
Do you have no? Because I was gonna say that I see if there's like something else you could do with it, something you could graduate. So it's basically you can put a paper outside and tell people like you will earn this if you come help us with this. Like a reward or people that come.
Okay, okay. So if no one else has any more questions, we're going to like proceed with the activity. So as we wanted to show people the greenhouse without having them to go in. So one of our ideas for doing this was sign that said like who, what, where, when, and why. Like yes. So the idea you in groups of like 4 or 5 people are going to help us design one of the signs outside of the greenhouse. And please put in like your name or your email so we can tell you if you win.
If we use your idea, it really helps.
We really want to use one of these ideas to inform people about the greenhouse. So it would be really great if you could please help us design a poster. It can be either for elementary school, middle school, or high school. It can be both in Spanish or one of the 2 languages. And we will let you know if your sign wins. And in our school, we will also let people know if you're like who designed the sign, and we will give you recognition for it. So we're gonna hand out some markers and some paper. So please,
Yeah, please, like arrange them 3 or 4, 5 people.
So come on. Why do you raise your hand?
Other people have preferences.
All live stream. You guys have a piece of paper? Come to the greenhouse. This is greenhouse number there. Do it. Yo, look. I'll paint your hair. Yeah, so it's like the greenhouse.
Bueno, porque ya están ahí, pero después de ver que siguen, no tengo la cámara.
I'm sure. You know it's a joke, right? I've seen your hair before. Get out of the live stream. Live streaming. I'll do another.
No, y voy a dormir. ¿Han visto la
No. Pero pequeño, ¿no? Wow. No more. Nice hair. No more. Wait.
You're so funny.
No, o sea, yo no puedo dormir. No, no me veas.
Okay, so like,
No, wait. No, I'm supposed to wait.
okay,
Are you gone?
Like it's like
It's gonna be more drawing.
What is
Yes, it's
greenhouse to encourage you to move?
Yeah, what?
Me too. I was like this. And you know this. He's getting the crunch. Why is it not coming?
Okay, guys, you have to like straight from here to your co-worker with questions we had this morning. Okay, you have to be there by 5:25, but don't look at that clock because it's been late. Look at your phone or your watch it, and that will go from 5:25. Look.